I always thought my life with Emily was simple. Not perfect, but close enough to feel safe. Everyone in my family used to say the same thing. Mom would smile at me and tell me, "Ryan, hold on to that girl. She's the best thing that ever happened to you." Dad would nod and say, "Trust is everything, son. Don't ruin something good by overthinking." And I believed them. I believed every word because I loved her in a way that made no sense to anyone but me. That evening, stood in the kitchen chopping vegetables for the anniversary dinner I had been planning for a week. Emily was supposed to be home late, so I had time to make everything perfect. I kept talking to myself, saying, "She's going to love this. She deserves something nice." I even practiced the stupid little speech I planned to say. 5 years, I whispered. 5 years, Em. We made it. I wanted the night to feel warm and honest, the kind of night we used to have when we were still young and broke and hopeful. But halfway through preparing the meal, I realized I had forgotten the candles I bought earlier. I sighed, grabbed my keys, and walked to the driveway. Emily's car was unlocked. I didn't think much of it. I just opened the door to look for the store receipt I thought I left there earlier. Instead, I found a small black box under her passenger seat. At first, I laughed. "No way," I said. "She got me something too?" The box felt heavy in my hand. I opened it while leaning on the car door, the evening breeze brushing against my neck. Inside was a watch silver, polished, expensive as hell. The kind of thing I used to stop and stare at through shop windows, but never bought because I had responsibilities. I smiled for a second before I noticed the engraving. "You deserve the world." From E, my smile faded. My fingers froze around the metal. My name didn't start with E. Emily never called herself E. She always signed her messages with her full name, or a heart. My heartbeat grew loud, shaking inside my chest like it wanted to break free. I whispered, "This isn't for me." The world around me felt slower. The street lights buzzed faintly, and the sky dimmed. But all I could see was the curve of that engraving. I tried to breathe, but every inhale felt sharp. I kept flipping the watch in my hand like I was trying to prove myself wrong, like maybe I misread it. Maybe I imagined the words, but they didn't change. "You deserve the world." For me, closed the box and leaned against the car, lowering my head. "What the hell is this, Emily?" I muttered. My throat tightened. My palms felt sweaty. I looked back at the house glowing with warm lights. The same house where I thought love lived. I heard Mom's voice in my head again. "She would never hurt you."
Dad's voice followed.
"Trust her." And I hated how those words made me feel stupid right now. I opened the box again, hoping I misunderstood something. "Maybe it's for her mom," I whispered. "Maybe it's for a friend." But the engraving didn't look like something meant for a parent or a coworker. It looked intimate, personal, like a promise. My breathing grew uneven. I stepped back from the car, holding the box like it was burning my hand. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to feel. My mind jumped from anger to fear to denial so fast I couldn't keep up. "I trusted you." I whispered to no one. I walked back inside slowly, each step heavier than the last. The kitchen smelled like garlic and butter, but the warmth felt fake now. I placed the box on the counter and stared at it like it was alive. For the first time in my life, I felt something colder than heartbreak-uncertainty. I touched the lid again and whispered the only question that made sense. The question that shook my whole world. I reached home before Emily and practiced my face in the hallway mirror. "Just act normal," I whispered. "You need to hear her lie." When she walked in, she dropped her bag and smiled too fast. "Ryan, you're home early?" "Yeah," I said, keeping my voice steady. "Slow day." She kissed my cheek. It felt rehearsed. "I missed you, really?" I asked lightly. "That much?" She laughed. "Of course. Why wouldn't I?" Her phone buzzed. She flipped it over instantly. I pretended not to see the name, Office. I moved closer to the stove and said, "Dinner at Adam's tonight. You ready?" She wrapped her arms around me. "As long as you're there, I'm ready." My stomach twisted. "Good," I said. Let's go. In the car, she hummed to the radio. I stared at her hands, calm to calm. I tried to start a conversation. You seemed busy today. Work, she said quickly. Meetings. You know how it is? That all? She nodded. What else would it be? Her phone buzzed again. Office at Adam's house, Claire hugged us. Finally. We've been waiting. Emily slipped into her cheerful act. Sorry, traffic was crazy. Adam pulled me aside. You good? You look off. I'm fine, I said. Just tired. Gave me a look. You sure? Yeah, I lied. Just long day. At the table, Emily kept touching my arm, smiling at everyone, laughing louder than usual. Claire asked, How's work for you too? Emily answered, before I could speak. We've both been so busy, but we're doing great. I stared at her. Yeah, I said slowly. Great. Adam watched us quietly. He wasn't buying it. Emily's phone buzzed again. She grabbed it fast, slipped it under the table. Claire raised an eyebrow. Everything okay? Office stuff, Emily said. It never ends. Adam muttered. Must be important. I took a sip of water and said, Let's hear it. What are they saying that can't wait? Emily pushed my hand lightly. Stop. It's boring. I don't mind boring, I said. She forced a smile. Ryan, please? Claire tried changing the subject. So, how's the anniversary planning going? Emily lit up. I'm excited. 5 years. Feels unreal. I stared at her smile. That smile, fake, perfect, practiced. Yeah, I said. Unreal. Adam leaned in. Ryan, seriously, you okay? I said, I'm fine. Emily placed her hand over mine. Babe, don't be moody. I'm not moody, I said. Just thinking. About what? She asked. You, I said softly. She froze for a second before laughing it off. Well, think good things. Her phone buzzed again. She didn't check it this time, but her fingers twitched. Adam watched the whole thing. After dinner, Claire hugged me tightly. If you need anything, just call. I nodded. Emily walked ahead to the car. Adam whispered, Something's wrong with her. Or with you. Talk to me later, okay? Maybe, I said. In the car, Emily reached for my hand. You're being weird tonight. I could say the same to you, I replied. What's that supposed to mean? Your phone hasn't stopped buzzing. It's work, Ryan. Is it? Yes, she snapped, then softened. Can we not fight? Please. I looked out the window. Who said we're fighting? When we got home, she sat beside me on the couch. Talk to me? About what? About why you're being distant. I forced a smile. I'm good, Emily. You don't look good. You'd know if something was wrong? Yes, she insisted. I know you. Do you? I asked. She opened her mouth, but her phone lit up again. This time, the preview. Flashed clearly. Can't wait for tomorrow. Same place? Her face went pale. My world cracked open. I woke up before Emily and sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor. My mind kept replaying the message from last night. Can't wait for tomorrow. Same place? I whispered to myself. Today is tomorrow. When she finally stirred, she smiled like nothing was wrong. You're up early, she said lightly. Yeah, I replied. I have to be at work sooner than usual. She stretched and kissed my cheek. I'll miss you, will you? I asked quietly. She didn't even pause. Of course, call me later. Sure, I said. I'll call. She got ready and rushed out, saying she had a meeting. I waited 2 minutes, grabbed my keys, and followed her car. My hands shook on the steering wheel. Please prove me wrong, I whispered. Please. Every turn she took felt like a warning. She didn't go toward her office. She kept driving farther, crossing bridges and weaving through streets she never used. My chest tightened with each mile. Where are you going, Emily? I murmured. She finally slowed down near a cafe on the outskirts of the city. The sign made my heart drop. No, I whispered. It was the same cafe we used to visit during our first year together, the one where she told me she loved me for the first time. She parked, stepped out, checked her phone, and fixed her hair. I watched her from behind a tinted car window. She looked excited, nervous, alive. I whispered, "Not for me." "Right?" She walked inside. I waited 10 long seconds before following her. Inside, the air smelled of coffee and cinnamon. Memories hit me like punches. Emily laughing. Emily holding my hand. Emily kissing me in the corner booth. I blinked hard and scanned the room. Then I saw her, sitting in the same booth we once called ours, and sitting across from her. Man I'd never seen before, tall, stylish, confident in a way that made my stomach twist. He leaned forward, smiling like he owned the world. I stepped behind a pillar and listened. Emily giggled. "You're late." He reached for her hand. "And you look beautiful." She didn't pull away. My heart cracked. "No," I whispered. "Come on, Emily. Don't do this." She squeezed his hand. "I missed you," he smirked. "Missed me enough to see me tomorrow, too?" She nodded. "I told you I would." I covered my mouth with my hand. My breathing grew sharp and uneven. A waitress approached me gently. "Sir, are you all right? You look pale." I forced myself to speak. "I'm fine." "You don't look fine," she said softly. Her nama tag read Sophie. I just saw something I wasn't ready to see. She looked toward the booth. Her. "Yeah," I whispered. She lowered her voice. "I've seen them here before." I thought they were married. My chest tightened. "She's with me," Sophie gasped. "I'm so sorry." I shook my head. "It's not your fault." Emily laughed again, loud, happy, the kind of laugh she hadn't given me in months. Ethan, the name I guessed was his, reached across the table and brushed her cheek with his thumb. She didn't stop him. He leaned closer. "Did you bring it?" Emily smiled. "Yeah, it's in my bag. I'm giving it to you next week." My whole body went numb. The gift, the watch. He grinned. "I can't wait to wear it." My vision blurred. Everything inside me twisted into something sharp and painful. My voice cracked when I whispered, "Why, Emily?" "Why him?" Sophie touched my arm. "You should sit down," I said. "I need to see how far this goes." Emily stood up and hugged him. Not a friendly hug, a slow, familiar one. The kind of hug she used to give me when she thought the world was ours. He whispered something into her neck. She laughed again. Sophie whispered to me, "Do you want me to ask them to leave?" "No," I said. "I just needed the truth." They sat back down. Emily took his hand again, smiling in a way I hadn't seen in so long that it broke something inside me. The kind of smile people save for someone they're falling for, or someone they've chosen. I backed away from the pillar, gripping my chest. "I can't breathe," I whispered. "I can't." Sophie grabbed a napkin and offered it to me. "I'm sorry. No one deserves this." I nodded, but couldn't speak. Emily's laughter echoed again. I walked out of the cafe with the sound stabbing into me like a blade. Outside, I leaned against my car, staring at nothing. The wind felt colder. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I whispered the truth I didn't want to accept. She chose him over me. I walked into the apartment as if nothing had happened. Emily was sitting on the couch scrolling through her phone. "Hey," she said, looking up with that practiced smile. "Hey," I replied, keeping my tone casual. "You're home early again." "Yeah, had some things to finish up," I said. "How was work?" "Busy," she said quickly. "Meetings all day." I nodded, forcing myself to believe her. "Long day?" "Yeah, really long." She looked at me for a second, then went back to her phone. I sat down across from her, trying not to notice the new dress she'd bought, the perfume I hadn't recognized. Every little detail hit me now. Her subtle glances at her phone, the way she flinched when it buzzed, the sudden mood swings I used to ignore. "You okay?" she asked suddenly, snapping me out of my thoughts. "Yeah," I said. "Just tired, I guess." Too perfect. Too calm. I know the feeling. I kept quiet. My mind kept going back to the cafe, and the way she laughed at Ethan. That smile. That touch. I swallowed hard. Later, my phone buzzed. I glanced down. Sophie, hey. I recognized you at the cafe. Are you okay? I stared at it. My fingers hovered. Then I typed back, no, not really. Do you want to talk? Yeah, I think I need to. Her reply came almost instantly. I'm here. Whatever it is, you can say it. I typed. I saw her. With him, smiling, touching him. Laughing like that was only for him. Her reply, I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that. I can't get it out of my head. It's okay to feel broken. You're allowed. I leaned back and let out a shaky breath. Thank you, I whispered to the empty apartment. Later, Noah called. Ryan, you sound off. What's going on? I don't know, I admitted. Emily, she lied. I followed her. I saw everything. Shit, he said. Man, calm down. Think before you do anything rash. Can't, I said. I feel like my chest is cracking. No, I don't even know who she is anymore. Then take a step back. Don't let her destroy you further. You need a plan, not panic. I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. Yeah, you're right. After hanging up, I went to the kitchen. Emily had left her bag on the counter. Curiosity mixed with dread made me open it. Inside, a small ring box. My stomach turned. My hands trembled. I knew it wasn't for me before I even opened it. I lifted the lid. The engraving inside confirmed my fear. To E with love, I let out a hollow laugh. Another gift? I whispered. Not for me again? Her phone buzzed on the counter. I pretended not to notice. I sat down, trying to steady my thoughts. Sophie's messages kept popping up. If you want, I can come over. Sometimes it helps to just not be alone, I typed back. I might take you up on that soon. Good. Don't let her lies ruin you completely. I'm not sure I can trust anyone right now, I whispered to myself. Noah called again. Ryan, remember, revenge isn't the answer. Don't let anger control you. I know, I said, gripping the ring box. But I can't just sit here. I get it, he said. Just be smart. You're stronger than you think. I hung up and stared at the ceiling. Emily's smile, her laugh, her lies, they all played like a loop in my head. I hated how calm she looked now, how perfect she seemed to everyone else. I texted Sophie. I feel like my world is breaking. It's okay to feel that, but you won't stay broken. You have to trust that too. I leaned back in my chair, holding the ring box, my hands shaking. The warmth of anger and heartbreak burned together in my chest. I whispered to the empty apartment. To the air, to the universe. I can't believe I almost thought she was perfect. I can't believe I trusted her. Then I realized this was only the beginning. Another gift. Another lie. Another truth I wasn't ready for. I woke up with a calm I hadn't felt in weeks. No shaking. No hollow panic. Just a steady pulse. I whispered, not today. I'm not crying today. Emily walked past, humming, unaware. I smiled faintly. Morning, she said. Morning, I replied. My hands were already busy logging, screenshotting, photographing, recording timestamps. Every text, every photo, every moment of her secret life I could find. You look focused, she said casually. Just organizing, I said. Work stuff. She didn't look suspicious. Too blind in her perfect world? I smiled faintly at that. By mid-morning, I had everything. Every proof stacked neatly. Ready. I sent it anonymously. Ethan's office. His family. Emily's parents. My hand shook, but my chest felt lighter. I whispered, finally. Finally, someone will see the truth. The phone rang. I ignored it. Emily's name flashed. I kept typing. Sending, confirming. Ryan? She called from the living room. Everything okay? I'm fine, I said. Don't worry about it. Hours passed. The chaos started. My phone buzzed with news alerts. Ethan's wife, Grace, stormed into his office, furious. Someone recorded the scene, loud yelling, papers flying. accusations piercing the air. Jenna. One of Emily's coworkers posted an anonymous message online. Emily's lies are catching up with her. Proof inside. Emily panicked. Her phone lit up a dozen times. She called me. I ignored every ring, Ryan. Pick up, please. Her voice cracked. I stayed silent. I could hear the tension in the building from the messages I received. Ethan yelling, Grace screaming, employees whispering. The empire he built on lies was crumbling. And Emily, my Emily was at the center of it. I whispered, see? You can't hide forever. Her texts came next. Ryan, I swear it's not what it looks like. Ryan, please call me. I'll explain, I promise. I didn't reply. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, but I stayed calm. Later, Sophie messaged me. You didn't destroy anything. They destroyed themselves. I typed back. It feels good to watch justice happen without touching them. You're strong. Don't let her pull you down. I'm not, I whispered to myself. Not anymore. At late afternoon, Emily was calling nonstop. Her messages were frantic. Ryan, I'm coming home. Please don't ignore me. I watched from the window as she rushed past neighbors, dragging her bag behind her. Her hair was messy, her makeup streaked, her face wet from tears. I didn't move. Ryan, open the door. I'm begging you. I typed to Sophie. She's here. I don't know if I should see her. Stay hidden. Let her face herself. You've done enough. I watched Emily pound on the door. Her voice was raw, cracking. Ryan, please, don't leave me like this. I didn't answer. The apartment echoed with her cries. She banged on the walls. She called out every nickname, every word she had ever whispered to me. Finally, I stepped away from the window, packed a bag, left a note, I can't do this anymore. You made your choices. I walked out silently. Emily found the note moments later. She screamed, dropping to her knees. Her cries echoed through the hallway, raw, desperate. I could hear her outside as I walked down the street. She ran past neighbors, banging on doors, calling my name. I whispered under my breath, feeling something I hadn't felt in years. Power, not cruelty, not revenge, just control over my own life. Sophie messaged one last time, now you're free. Don't look back. I didn't reply. I kept walking. I didn't glance back at Emily collapsing in front of the apartment, calling my name through tears. For the first time, I felt like I could breathe. Like the chains of her lies were gone, and I knew this was only the beginning of me rebuilding. The knock on the door was frantic. I didn't move, Ryan. Please, open the door. Emily's voice was raw, cracking. I stayed silent. The door rattled. I need to tell you everything. She screamed. I finally stepped out of the shadows. She fell to her knees in front of me. Tears streaked her face. I didn't mean to hurt you. I swear, I never wanted to. I see, I said softly, stepping back. Her hands reached for me. Please, I was confused. He made me feel alive, excited. I didn't know what I was doing. I could feel my chest tightening. Each word cut deeper than the last. I love you, Ryan. I never stopped. Please, forgive me. I looked down at her, her hair damp and matted, eyes pleading. My hands itched to shake her, to yell, to demand answers. But instead, I just shook my head. I can't, I said. You can't, Ryan, please? Don't walk away. I can fix this. No, you can't, I said quietly. You made your choices. I'm making mine. Her sobs grew louder. I'll do anything. Anything, please. I'll quit him. Isla, I held up my hand. Stop. She looked up at me, desperate. Ryan, please. Just one chance. I turned away. My bag was packed. My keys were ready. It's done, Emily. I can't live in a world built on your lies. Her voice broke. Please, just talk to me. Don't leave me like this. I walked past her. My steps were calm, deliberate. I didn't yell. I didn't slam doors. I just left. I met Peter, my landlord, downstairs. "Everything ready?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "I'm done here," he nodded, helping me move boxes. "Good luck, Ryan. You deserve a fresh start." I didn't answer. I just felt lighter with every step. Every box packed felt like a chain breaking. Sophie called later. "How's it going?" "Better," I said. "Still weird, seeing her cry like that, but it's not my burden anymore. No one can hurt you if you don't let them," she said softly. I smiled faintly. "Thanks. I needed someone to hear me." Noah came by the next day. "You're making the right choice. Trust me. She's lost her chance." "I know," I said. "I can't look back." Meanwhile, Emily's life was unraveling. Ethan left her furious and humiliated. Her co-workers whispered behind her back. The proof I had sent earlier circulated faster than I imagined. Her mother, Helen, called me one morning. Ryan, we're shocked. "We never imagined." I'm disappointed in her." "I understand," I said quietly. Helen sighed. "I just hope you're okay." She's lost everything. I'll be fine," I said. Emily called me over and over. Her messages flooded my phone. "Ryan, please, don't do this." "I'll change, I promise." "I can't live without you." I didn't answer. I didn't want to. Days passed. I focused on myself. Gym, work, books, my own apartment. I let Sophie and Noah help me rebuild the life Emily tried to control. Their support was steady, quiet, real. One evening, I saw her final message pop up. "I lost everything. Please don't let go of me." I stared at the words. My heart beat hard, but I didn't reply. I whispered to myself, "I already have." I walked past my old apartment, past memories, past all the lies, past every smile she faked for the world. I felt free, lighter, untangled from the web she had spun. Sophie called again. "You're strong, Ryan. You're finally putting yourself first." "I am," I said. "It's hard, but I am." Noah dropped by with coffee. "You should be proud. Most people stay trapped in lies." "You walked away." I nodded, sipping slowly. It hurts less when I stop trying to fix her. When I stop trying to control something I never could. Her calls continued, each one more desperate, each one more pointless. I stared out the window at the city lights. I could feel the life I lost with Emily slipping from my grasp. Yes, but I could also feel the life I was about to claim. Emily's world was crumbling, and mine was finally steady. I whispered one last time, softly, almost to myself. "Goodbye, Emily. I'm done with you. Done with your lies. Done with your perfect image." For the first time in years, I felt peace. The city smelled different now. Clean, quiet, like I had finally taken back a part of my life. Months had passed. I wasn't the same man who had followed Emily, who had crumbled at her lies. I was calmer, stronger, more aware of my worth. My phone buzzed. I ignored it at first. Then another message. "Ryan, can we meet? I need to return something." I stared at her name. Emily. My chest tightened for a second, then eased. "Fine," I whispered. One last time, she waited at the cafe, the one where everything began. I walked in, and she looked up immediately, eyes wide. Her hair was tied back neatly, her makeup subtle, nothing like the chaos months ago. "Ryan," she said softly. "Thank you for meeting me," I nodded. "You wanted to return something?" She pulled a small box from her bag. My stomach clenched. I recognized it immediately, the original gift she bought for me before everything fell apart. "I thought you should have it back," she said. Her voice trembled. I shook my head. "Keeping it won't heal you, and taking it won't heal me." Her hands dropped. Her eyes filled with tears. I understand," she whispered. I looked at her, really looked. She looked smaller, fragile, regret carved into her face. "Emily, you need to understand something. I loved you truly, and I still care about the version of you I thought I knew. But that version isn't here anymore. She swallowed hard. I know I made a mistake. All of it. Ethan, the lies, the gifts I never gave to you. It's all my fault. I nodded slowly. It's too late for apologies. Too late for excuses. Her voice broke. Ryan, I was wrong. I should have loved you the way you loved me. I can't undo what I did. I see that now. I took a deep breath. I know. She knelt down slightly, her hands trembling. I wish I could go back. I wish I could fix everything. I know, I said again, softer this time. But wishing doesn't change what's already happened. And I can't let your regret become my burden. I have to move on. Her lips quivered. Do you hate me? I shook my head. No, not hate. I just let go. And you need to do the same for yourself.
Ow.
She nodded, tears spilling down her cheeks. I lost you, Ryan. I know that now. I don't deserve another chance. I didn't answer. I let her feel the weight of her own actions. I let her regrets settle. After a long silence, I spoke softly. I hope one day you understand love isn't about excitement. It's about loyalty, honesty, trust, things you gave to him, but never to me. I know, she whispered. I was blind. I looked down at the box in her hands one last time. You don't need to give me this. It's not mine to take, she nodded, sobbing quietly. I understand, stepped away, letting the distance grow between us. I felt pain, yes, but it was quiet, measured. The pain of closure, not of heartbreak. She called my name once more, voice shaking, Ryan. I didn't turn back. I walked out of the cafe, the door closing behind me with a soft click. The sun hung low in the sky, casting golden light across the streets. I stopped for a moment, letting it warm my face. I whispered to myself, feeling the weight lift, the calm settle. I didn't lose her. She lost me. And for the first time in months, I felt peace. The world kept moving. People passed by, unaware of the storms that had torn through one corner of the city. Unaware of the lies, the gifts, the betrayals. I didn't care. I had reclaimed my life, my worth, my heart. I watched the sun dip lower, painting the horizon in shades of orange and pink. I let the wind brush past me, carrying away the last fragments of memory I had clung to for so long. Sophie had been right all along. I didn't need her gift, her apologies, or her lies. I only needed myself. And now, I had me.